This is Katie Lopez with the Tampa Bay Chamber, and I want to thank and welcome the viewers for tuning in to our 2024 candidate interview series for the Pasco County Board of County Commissioners. The Chamber focuses on policy, not politics, and while we do not endorse candidates, we do want to make sure that our members and the business community are informed of where candidates stand on the issues that are most important to them. We are excited to welcome Thomas Celotto, running for District 5. Thank you for joining us, Thomas.
Thank you for having me, Katie.
So as we head into the home stretch towards Election Day, can you give us a brief 30 seconds or less update on your campaign and what message you want to deliver to voters?
Right now, we're kind of obviously midway through, almost done with the, 6 weeks away. Right now in our campaign, we're focusing on just a lot of meet and greets, talking with the public out there, meeting people, meeting new people, focusing on this huge county and listening to the people and their needs.
Great, thank you. How can county government use its authority and resources to direct job growth that is inclusive of diverse talent?
So Pasco County has been doing a great job with PEDC and attracting businesses. One thing we are lacking, though, is accountability of those businesses that have been given the honor of either tax incentives or super loan incentives as far as interest rates. Those businesses have been engaging in trying to bring employment here. However, it's not been enough. There's been projects that have been lacking in their fulfillment. They're partially filled, maybe 20 to 25% filled. I don't want to name particular projects right now because I don't want to point out just one person, because there's many projects out there. But we have a binder full of these projects that we need to look at, hold these businesses accountable, and hopefully we can then gain attraction for better employment and diversity.
One of the key duties of the county commissioners is to construct, approve, and implement a budget. What one area of county services do you feel most needs additional resources, and should any part of the county budget be shielded from cuts?
Wow, that's a great question. There are so many areas. We know that our infrastructure is lacking. That's number one. I know our police and fire rescue, because of our growth, is being strained. So those two areas. And then of course, we have the area of homelessness, and we do have the area of affordable housing too. But I feel there's certain areas in the budget that can be addressed. It is inflated, in my opinion, on certain expenses in the county. Administratively, I think we should be talking to those people and asking them to cut some corners and focus on the true needs of the people of Pasco County.
Housing affordability remains a top concern for residents and the business community as we seek to recruit and retain a strong workforce. What zoning or policy changes would you support to address the growing workforce housing needs in Pasco County?
Well, we can use some money to offer some voucher help there. I don't see a problem with that. One thing that we have to improve upon is our jobs. People need to be able to afford a housing too. So just by helping them with a voucher is only a temporary fix. So we have to try to increase the pay scale here in Pasco County. I think we should lower taxes or keep them at a reduced rate as possible. We're continually increasing them, like I said before, and that puts a burden on the families as well. So I'm all for looking at policies to do vouchers, like I said, increase vouchers, but we also need to look at how to make the housing more affordable in the long term.
Transportation challenges continue to weigh on our region. What do you see as an opportunity for investment in innovative transit alternatives and mobility options?
Wow, another great question. And you are correct. We have many roads in Pasco County, either they're single roads, mostly single roads that are being heavily trafficked. One in my district, in District 5, Shady Hills Road goes from Hernando to roughly 52 or 52 area, Shady Hills Road. It's heavily trafficked. And I live off that road. I feel the pain. I feel the pain along with the 4 schools that are on that road that parents are trying to bring their kids to school. And, and we need to look at some maybe grant money to help improve upon these schools. I feel we could do that. And I do feel like that those need to be prioritized. Those main arteries need to be prioritized. As far as an alternate method of transportation, we can improve our public transportation, I feel, a little bit as far as an alternate method. I haven't given much thought to that, I'm going to be honest with you. But I do think we can improve upon our public transportation. That might help.
Of all the issues confronting Pasco County, which single issue is most important to you and why? And what would you do about it if elected?
It's going to be growth. We have to put the pause button on growth. If we put the pause button on growth, then all our other areas like our emergency, fire, rescue, they're not so strained as much. If we put the pause button on growth, we could then kind of rear in or bring in our natural resources, which are being implemented by that or impacted by that, excuse me. Water is being depleted at a phenomenal rate that it's not being replenished fast enough. So I think we need the number one thing would be slow the growth, pause the growth for a little while, let things catch up, let our infrastructure catch up. And then we also, like I said, going back to the accountability portion is going back, looking at these businesses that received all these incentives and going back and saying, hey, we need to hold you accountable now. And we need better jobs and we need you to bring them in, give them some kind of time frame that they have to do that in, or we'll get someone else in. One example I'm going to give you is our sports complex in Wesley Chapel. We hired a vendor to run that facility. He ran it for 2 years. He was unsuccessful. It wasn't working out the way we were doing it. We got rid of that vendor. The county took it over and it seems to be running a lot better. These are the things we need to do. We need to be holding people accountable. And I applaud the county for doing that part. Thank you.
Where can voters go to learn more about your campaign and your position on issues that are most important to them?
Majority of my content is on my website, votecelotto.com. That's vote, the word vote, and then my last name, CELOTTO.com. 99.9% of the content that I talk about is on the website. I do have a Facebook page too, which is also Tom Celotto, Facebook Tom Celotto, excuse me, Vote Celotto. I apologize. And there's limited content there only because of the way Facebook allows content to be displayed. It's not clear and concise enough. So I chose my website for more specific or more detailed information. Thank you.
Thomas Celotto, candidate for Pasco County Board of County Commissioners, District 5. On behalf of our members and our board of directors, I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us and your willingness to serve in an elected office. This concludes our candidate interview.
Thank you very much, Katie. Have a good day.